Hey everybody, and welcome again to a 4-minute faith press, a time where we think about what it means to follow Jesus intentionally with our lives. We compare it to life in a French press where water and coffee have to soak together in order to produce something that has lasting effect. And it's the same with our own lives in terms of following Jesus, that we have to soak in his presence. And so this is just a little segment every week just to encourage you as you follow Jesus, as you pursue him in your prayer life, in your devotional life, and as you live out his ways in this world. So for this morning, we're going to look at one letter, and it's a Hebrew letter, and it's the letter Beit. Now, if you don't know, Hebrew language doesn't read from left to right. It reads from right to left. It reads that way. And so it's different than our English alphabet. This is the letter Beit. It's spelled Beth. It's pronounced Beit. It's the second letter in the Hebrew alphabet. It's the first letter in the book of Genesis, in the Hebrew scriptures, in the Bible. Now, why would that letter be the first letter? Why wouldn't it be Aleph, which is our equivalent to A? But it is B, Beit, which is the first letter of Genesis, the word Bereshit. And it's a fascinating sort of debate that the rabbis have about why this letter is the first of the Bible, why the Bible would begin with the letter B or Beit. And one of the reasons that they suggest is that when you get to the creation narrative, that when you think about how God created the world, the invitation is to just move forward. It's not to speculate exactly how it happened, even though Genesis gives us some information, nor is it to look back before creation happened to figure out what happened there. In other words, it's saying don't give your mental energy to trying to solve all of God's mysteries. Simply look to where life is opening and take the next step, which is the next step forward for us today. And I think that's really interesting for us when we think about sort of the moment that we've been in this pandemic. I think we can all look at sort of this moment and try to speculate why this is happening and sort of look up and down and say, why would God do this? Why would this happen in our time? We can also try to go back in our lives to try to recover a moment before the pandemic and get back somewhere. But the invitation that God is giving each of us this day is to just simply take the next step, is to look what's opening for us. And what is opening for us is today. And what we can do is simply live in light of today and take the next step. I get frustrated. I often feel like I just want to go back to the time that happened before the pandemic, and I want life to be what it used to be, or I want to figure out why this is happening. And God just continues to remind me, AJ, with all the anxiety that you have, all of the sense of needing to know, lay it at my feet. Trust me, I am in control. I will renew this world. Just take the next step in trust. And that is a really good invitation for me. And maybe it is for you too. So no matter where you find yourself today, may you rest in the Hebrew letter of Beit, and may you simply take the next right step today and to know that God is with you. May you live deeply today. May you soak in his love and know that God is for you as you live out the story of Jesus in your life. Grace and peace, my friends.